they've had that winning run. But how do you feel they've kind of changed or adapted, got better compared to last year?
In all honesty, I don't know if they have much, to be honest, Dan, in terms of, I just think they're such a well-oiled machine. Like, they just do what they need to do to get by. They have incredible quality, depth and quality that they've built over many seasons, and I think they just are a really well-oiled machine. I think the most difficult challenge in the WSL right now, of course it is. I think, is it 26 unbeaten or something like that? So, we want to try and break that run when we play them on Friday, but it's difficult. And I think when you play a team that has different ways to fix it, I don't think they've been playing as well as, maybe something you would want them to. But that's natural as it's the first part of the season, there's a growth. But I expect the toughest of challenges this week, this coming Friday, and we got to be ready for the challenge of it.
What's impressed you about the defensive side of your game? Because obviously you are going to have to be resolute on Friday. 3 clean sheets. You must be pretty pleased with that.
I am. I mean, look, Dan, look back over the history of me being a coach here. Like, I think people put it down to just defenders. They put it just down to Fallon. But, like, we limit all the different things. Fallon is there at the end of that sequence. And, she was there the other day when we needed her. And that's why she's a top goalkeeper. But I must stress it, the whole team's work ethic. You don't get clean sheets if you just defend really well as individuals. We defend as a team. And I think that's the key reason we keep so many clean sheets. It's always challenging when you play teams like Chelsea because they have so many ways they can score. So I think for us, it's just making sure that we try and minimise those, try and score ourselves, and then balance the game. But I think I'm incredibly proud of how hard the players work for each other. That shows, and I've spoken about it many times, but I think that's the unique team spirit we have.
That's brilliant. Thanks for that, Mark. Best of luck. Thank you.
Right, have a great day. Cheers, mate.
Mark, I just want to ask, Sonia Bonpastor obviously won the treble last season, and then the season before that, Emma Hayes has obviously taken this league by storm. But what's the differences from a manager's perspective of the two teams? Because some may argue they play a different style of football. I guess, what have you picked up on?
Let's try to adapt them. She's trying to play a little bit more kind of, and again, this is, I don't mean any of this in derogatory, just a report on how we find them, is that Chelsea have the ability to mix styles, so they can go direct, they can go aggressive. Obviously, they have Hannah that can build from the back in many ways as well. And so they can mix their style. So I think they can make it unpredictable, which means you've got to always be concentrating in your defensive structures. I think Sonia's added in, she's adapted the formation a little bit at times. And again, players, I think Chelsea just evolved with players who, different players bring different solutions to different problems. So I think that's really the key difference here. I still think they had the same winning mentality. I think Sonia's continued that. And again, we have to, I think people aspire to kind of get to that level of consistency as a team. But our job is to try and disrupt that on Friday for sure. There's no doubt about that. But as I say, it's a big challenge, something we're looking forward to.
And you obviously had that nice FA Cup semi-final win against them, and then last season 2 really close results in the league. I guess, how do you strike the balance between playing against Chelsea, who have dominated the WSL, but also playing the Manchester United game? Like, how do you go about managing a game like this?
Man, that's a good question. I think you have to have balance. I think you have to have more of a mix than other games. You're going to have to rely on 1v1 defending. You have to, because they can separate quickly. I also think you can hurt Chelsea with the ball. I really do. I think that, you can move through them. I think they're so attack-minded that actually you can disrupt their structures. But you've got to be brave in doing that, because it's higher risk, because they're really good in duels. So you have to be higher risk. But I think that those are the key things for me. You have to believe that you can beat them. And I think if you do that and you show that commitment, and I don't just mean without the ball, I mean with the ball, you have to show Chelsea that you can beat them. And if you can do that, and it was really close last year, we lost on 2 set pieces, and we have to be focused in that area too. So if we can do both of those, balance the dead ball situations as well as being aggressive, then we can give ourselves the best chance of trying to win the game.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Jay. Have a good day.
Thanks, Jamie. Acid, please.